All right, so this is a quadratic equation Angry Birds game that I made. I basically took somebody else's game and just added on the quadratic equation part to it for Angry Birds. So if you want to try this, feel free. You get some bonus points. Just take a picture of your score at the end, and you can just attach it to this in Google Classroom. So the instructions over here, make sure to maximize your screen. So maximize is right here. The object of the game is to use the coordinates of the Angry Bird and the pig to enter the correct coefficients for the B and C term. So, right here they give you the coordinates, and this is not the first problem, but this is one of the problems. So you're going to have to do FOIL, right? So you'd have to go, all right, and actually we'll do this one when I start the game up because this isn't going to be the problem. We'll start the game up. So after you do that, the quadratic equations up here, it's going to ask you to enter the B, the constant for the B term and for the C term. All right, the A coefficient is a -1, so it's going to be a parabola like it's shown here. So I'll maximize it. You click the middle to start the game up, and the game will not run. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so here's the coordinates of the bird, 1, 0. The pig is 8, 0. So if I go 1, 0, 8, 0, right? And then I have x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 8. Okay, so then if we set those equal to, if we solve them for, set them equal to 0, solve for 0, I want to get -1. I want to bring it to the other side. X minus 1 is equal to 0. And then this one is, I subtract 8 from both sides, and I get x minus 8 is equal to 0. And then we're just going to go x minus 1 times x minus 8. Right, and we're going to do FOIL, or you can do the box method. So if I do FOIL, I'm going to go first x times x, and I get x squared. Outer, I go x times -8. I get -8x. Inner, I go -1 times x. I get -x. And last, I go -1 times -8. And I get a +8. All right, same signs, positive. I just got to combine these like terms. -8x minus 8x, so I get x squared minus 9x. My handwriting with the mouse is pretty horrible. Plus 8. Last step. I know I've got a negative for my x squared term, so that means I have to multiply everything by a -1. So when I do that, it changes the sign. So if I multiply everything by a -1, I get a -x squared, which is what I wanted. -9 times -1 gives me a +9x. And then -1 times a +8 gives me a -8. All right. So now I know that when this asks me my B, my B is going to be right here, the +9, and my C is going to be the -8. So let's get back to trying this, okay? So I'm going to put a 9 in for my B coefficient, right? It's asking me for the B coefficient. I put a 9 in. I click the check mark. C coefficient is going to be a -8. I hit that, check mark, and let's see if I get them. Boom, okay, so I got them. Score went up by 1. My tries went down by 1. So I started off with 9 tries. I'm at 8, so let's see if you can get 9 out of 9.